Hi, everybody.
Hey, Margaret, we're so excited to be here with you today. We are joined today by two of our youth, Fields Thomas. Say hey, Fields.
Hi.
And Jack Gordon. Say
Hi.
and myself, Russ, and this is a time for us to get to know a little bit more about our new associate pastor, Margaret. So, Margaret, I will send the video over to you, and if you'll just give us a brief introduction, and then our two youth have some questions for you today, and we are all just so excited to get to know a little bit more about you. So over to you, Margaret.
Great. Well, thank you. It is so good to be with you all today, and I'm excited for this chance to share a little bit. And so just a little bit of background about me. I am from Texas originally, grew up in Houston predominantly, and then went to college, studied education, and went to school outside of Philadelphia at Arcadia University. And I ended up liking the Northeast, and so I stayed up there and worked at Arcadia in admissions and financial aid for 12 years. So if you have questions about college application stuff, feel free to ask. I might remember some things. and then I went to seminary at Princeton Theological Seminary and just finished up there this May. So this is my first official call, and I am so excited to be with you all at Rivermont and in Chattanooga.
Well, like I said, thank you, Margaret. Like I said, we're just so excited that you're here. So I'm going to hand it over to Fields for our first question, and then we'll alternate questions between Fields and Jack. So over to you all.
Okay. My first question is, what do you want the youth group experience to be like?
That is a great question. So thank you. I want the youth group experience for y'all to be one where you feel safe to be yourself, where you feel like you can be honest and open, and also a place that's fun. I want you to enjoy time to get to be together and to have fun exploring the Bible, exploring your faith, exploring the world. And so I think, the key elements for me are that you can have fun, but that you also feel like it's a safe place for you to be, to explore and to grow.
So what would be some activities that you like that you might bring in to youth group for our experience and yours?
Yeah, awesome. Well, I love some of the cheesy sports like mini golf and bowling and some of those kinds of things. I also enjoy being outside and hikes, although I will say I'm not a hardcore hiker. I'm not real good at like those super steep tough trails, but some walking around is good. And then I also am a big fan of music and theater, and so whether it's watching recordings or performing or doing our own thing, there's probably some element of arts in the experience.
Okay. What does youth group mean or meant have been?
Yeah. Well, my experience in youth group was a very good one. It's where I really began to see myself and have other people see me as a leader. And so I got to try out some of those skills and where I felt like people believed in me and loved me. And so it really was a great experience for me. And to me, youth group is all about, in this time of middle school and high school, of figuring out who you are, what you believe, and claiming that really for yourself as you start going out then after high school into college or a job or moving or whatever that looks like. To me, youth group is a place where you can figure out what your foundation is and really work on that before you're out into the unknown a little bit.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
My favorite flavor of ice cream is actually, so there's an ice cream place in Princeton called Halo Pub, and they have this strawberry chocolate chip ice cream that is out of this world. So that's my favorite flavor. But my favorite flavor, just kind of normal ice creams, is probably cookies and cream. I love Oreos and I love cookies and cream ice cream. So
Do you have any plans, and like what plans do you have for what we're doing this year or next year?
well, one of my plans is to actually find out from y'all what you know, kind of what you would love, and what are some things that have been things you've enjoyed in the past, and what are some things that you wished for. And then I also, you know, have some things I want to incorporate, like making sure I would love to do, you know, some Bible studies, maybe in smaller groups. Um, would love to make sure that youth are involved in other aspects of the church, so that we're not just doing our own thing on Sunday nights, although that's going to continue, but also, you know, having you guys take on leadership roles in worship, or with the mission projects that the church is doing. And so that's really one of my key goals, is to make sure that you all have this safe space for you, but that you also very much feel like the church is your church, and like you have a voice and have a role in that.
Do you prefer the beach or the forest?
Good question. I'm a beach person. I love the forest too, but I am definitely a beach person. So that's one thing that's a little tricky for me, being in the middle in Tennessee, is there's no beach very close, but I do have a whole, well, I'm still putting together my apartment, but I will have a whole wall of beach pictures. I have a beach wall that is with me, so I can sort of transport myself there in my mind.
I'm out of questions over here.
All right.
Oh, that was an inspiration over there. So, like, what would you do in like a situation where you needed to relax? You know, I know everyone has different methods for that. Like, would you like, yeah, how would you do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I need to relax, I find one thing that's really helpful for me is to go outside and go for a walk, just kind of move and breathe, and you know, get some of that energy out physically. But also another thing that actually does help me relax is singing. And so I will sing some hymns or some favorite songs, or just sing along with the radio or whatever. But that is another thing that I find helps me relax. And especially if I'm singing hymns or something like that, it really can help me pray. And that usually helps me feel better too.
Yeah, I'm out over here too.
Wow.
Well, thank you all so much for being here today. Margaret, do you have any questions for our questionnaires for our youth?
Yeah, sure. So I guess my question for both of you would sort of be to flip around one of the questions you asked me, which it would be sort of what has been, if you've been in youth group before, what has been your favorite thing about it? Or if not, then what are you most excited about?
Well, I've been in youth group, and I really enjoy. We sometimes we just talk about whether it be about Bible, or whether it be about like something that's related to it. Those moments are just really interesting, and really, it's just fun to hear about everyone. And just I feel like as a group we like experiencing things. Like it's kind of vague, but getting out there and doing different, whether it be like just like a trip or like a hike, or if we'll just play a small game, and we like doing that.
Yeah, awesome, great, thank you. Jack, what about you?
I really like Field said, the moments where we just kind of talk. You know, sometimes we would just share like how our life was, you know, like share good parts, the bad parts, the upcoming parts that we were nervous or excited for. But on the other complete opposite side of the spectrum, the super crazy parts where we were all just kind of goofing around. Those were also awesome. And so just having a group where we can be both is awesome.
Great. Good. Well, thank y'all for sharing. I'm excited to hear that.
Well, yeah, thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to Margaret. We're so excited for you to join us and to work with our youth and share in this journey of faith with one another. So thank you. And even as you think about beginning a ministry online, grace and blessings and peace, and we will all soon be back together, hanging out and playing games and talking and doing all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right, say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.